Hello, YouTube and the world. Welcome to DECHEN'S Daily Dharma, Episode 7, Solar Solstice Edition. And today, because it's summer solstice on the year of the rat, 2020, I'm born on the year of the rat, and it's kind of time for me to share my gift. And my gift to yoga is this simple understanding of vinyasa and the purpose of breathing in vinyasa. So here on the board, I've drawn what usually you get in vinyasa teaching, which is that you get, one movement on the exhale and one movement on the inhale. Okay, and that exhale movements are grounding and lowering you to the ground, and inhaling movements are rising up and lifting. Some teachers will be refined enough to give you that you should always start with the exhale, although many times when you walk into yoga classes, the teacher will start with the inhale. Okay, but you should always start with the exhale. And perhaps I will explain why in this video, though we don't want it to be too long or too complicated. But the good part about this diagram, okay, and the reason why this diagram pretty much works and why yoga is so easy to teach, you just say exhale this and inhale that, and the teacher has tried it on their own body so they know it works. But it's not the only way that you divide the exhales and inhales. Okay, there's another way. You do want the exhales and inhales to be what are called samavriti, or equal length. All right. However, inhaling is a very different set of muscles than the exhaling. Okay, in our S-curve posture. So I'm just going to show you when you use Ujjayi breath. Okay, when you use Ujjayi breath and the bandhas, okay, you begin to get more of a circular or horizontal model of the breath rather than this vertical model of the breath. Okay, and the way that you would divide up the breath, it looks a little more like a Taoist microcosmic orbit. Okay, where really, you have the second half of the exhale and the first half of the inhale. Okay, and that is what you call Mula Bandha. Okay. All right, Mula Bandha is when you combine the second half of the exhale with the first half of the inhale. All right, it's really about the transition between the exhale to the inhale. Right, this really is the Mula Bandha. All right, and then for these, you would have then a second half of your inhale. Okay, combining with the first half of the exhale. Okay, and that would then form up here your Uddiyana Bandha. Okay, and all of that comes from breathing with a technique called Ujjayi. Okay, Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing automatically transitions here to all the four corners of the breath and creates this transitional breathing, okay, rather than directional breathing. And this is a very different experience of vinyasa, okay? And then this leads to the bandhas, and from the bandhas, we understand asana, okay? And so the end result is you go from vinyasa to asana. All right, so that's really the core of what I call graha vinyasa. And I could get into more detail, some of my speculations and theories that this particular curve really is based on gravity, okay, and kind of merging with gravity or using gravity as most effectively as you can. And that the Uddiyana Bandha up here, the inhale, is very much about electricity. Okay. And, this is a broad strokes diagram. Each of these transitions can be broken down and discussed and applied using exercises to experiment. And, but this is a pretty good model, of how Ujjayi and breathing and the bandhas really transform your vinyasa and asana from like a vertical, linear, forced, vertical, kind of maximum, trying to get as much as you can, rather than creating a sustainable cycle, a cycle of reciprocal gratification, reciprocal rewards, challenges and rewards, stress and gratification cycle. Okay, and so a good asana is working on these two bandhas. And if you can't do one of the bandhas in an asana, it's okay. You shouldn't force the asana and try to do the asana with only one bandha, but you can create a vinyasa. Okay, you can create a vinyasa that goes back and forth between the asana and, another exit or entry point of that asana until eventually you move from the vinyasa into the asana, maintaining the bandhas and the Ujjayi breath. Okay, so it's not like rocket science. It's not eureka, brand new idea. But this particular articulation and model I wanted to share to the public for International Yoga Day. So thank you so much for tuning in to DECHEN'S Daily Dharma. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit me with a like. If you have an alternate model, please post in the comments, how you structure vinyasa asana, exhale, inhale, bandhas, Ujjayi breath. Let me know if there's something I've left out that's really important. If you agree with the model, also please let me know. Hopefully this will be featured soon in the Graha Yoga Manual. So happy solstice, happy International Yoga Day. It's great here in Menla. We're going to open up soon after the COVID disaster. But the grounds that look great, and the programming is going to be awesome. And we're just really, really happy and hope that we can really make yoga into something that drives people to be their best and to create the best community for all. Okay? In particular, Black Lives Matter.